This is brought to you by Influencer Studios. Shout out to Influencer Studios, where we come here to have fun and have good conversations about things that matter in our community. Today, we're going to be talking about was Monique wrong? Guys, I have a special guest today, Mr. Marquez. He's in
What
the
up? What
house.
up? What up?
What's up, brother? What's up? Okay,
What's up,
so
brother?
I'm gonna get right down to it because I know you got to leave. You got some place to go, so we're gonna get right into it. Okay.
Okay.
So, what do you think? Was Monique wrong by asking sisters to leave the bonnets at home when going to the grocery stores, to going to the schools and such?
No, she was not. Because the way she did it out of love. She didn't say y'all need to get those, bonnets off your head and all this other stuff. She also said to y'all queens and all that stuff. Only thing she said is you need to be, be weary of where you go out and where you dress and how you look.
Right.
You should be presentable.
I agree, man. I would go so far as saying too. I remember when my kid was little and he was in school, and
Right.
his mama came to the school with a bonnet on her head, and he hid.
Yeah, because it's embarrassing. It's like your mama showing up at school with those pink rollers in her head and all that other little stuff. And I mean, the way black women have turned on Monique, it's really like
It's
troubling.
gross, man.
It's troubling.
Yes.
It's troubling. And I mean, even some of the BBWs have turned on Monique, and what y'all fail to realize, it was Monique's that set the tone for big black women to be on TV to get respect.
You're right. I agree.
She the one came out with the fat shame and all that stuff. She said, yo, I'm proud of the skinny. I'm proud to be, my man love all my curves and all that stuff. She did all that. And even they have turned on her. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I've heard people say, cuss her out, call F Monique. I mean, this is sad.
And the craziest part about it is, I looked at it from a standpoint like this. If Monique got cussed out about a bonnet and got this much flack from black women, and I'm not saying, look, guys, I'm not saying all black women, but I would say the few that are young, single, and were not taught correctly. And I'm not saying all, like I said,
Right.
because I know women will jump on our tails, man.
No, we're not making generalizations here.
Yeah.
We just sticking straight to the facts.
But I was thinking about this earlier today, and I was like, man, if they jump down Monique's throat and talking about cancel culture and all this craziness, then imagine, black women, how black men feel every single day living with that type of attitude, living with you can't have an opinion about what I do. And here's the deal. I want to go I want to go so far as to say too that, say for instance, you're at the store, right? You got your bonnet on,
right.
and you work for a Fortune 500 company,
Right.
okay? And the CEO of that Fortune 500 company comes in and notices you in line, okay?
Right.
And he walks up to you, he talks to you, right? Now there's a promotion that she's been waiting to get,
Right.
because Tom wants that promotion and she qualifies for that promotion.
Exactly.
However, the CEO looks at her in that grocery store with that bonnet on and changes his mind over a bonnet. Now, yes, that's discrimination. We would understand that, but you would never know he was discriminating against you over a bonnet versus over your job credentials.
Exactly.
And so I don't understand how they can't see that Monique is not saying that, the bonnet is wrong. Monique is simply saying that present yourself in a higher
accordingly.
Yeah. Present yourself in a higher position when you go out, so make sure that you look great. It's not that Monique's saying that, you're bad or anything's wrong with you, because she did call black women queens.
Exactly. I mean, she stated that, and she really came back and she reiterated it a few times that, she was not being critical, that she was really just, hey, queens, we can look better than this.
Yeah.
Hey, and the one thing I'm gonna add here is, and this is on the subject. You don't see Chinese people running around in black pajamas, or doing, kung fu and all that stuff. You don't see them running around like that. You see them running around nice suits, educated. looking good, looking like, wealth, money, and all that stuff. And that's why now they changed from Chinese from 20 years ago. It's the same thing even in Hollywood right now. You don't see Chinese men, Chinamen playing roles of coolies, dishwasher, buck teeth, or racial stereotypes.
Right.
Now they own their own studios, they make their own movies because they know for a fact image is everything. And the reason I say that, you wonder why it's easier how they got an Asian hate crime act passed faster than they can get a black lynching law
passed. Yeah.
Do the math.
Yeah. I mean,
do the math.
If you look on look at the circle,
Right.
Ancient Mama.
Right.
Ancient Mama got a scarf on her head.
Right.
Or what we would deem a bonnet, basically.
Right.
Because it's the same thing. It's a hairpiece over your head when you don't feel like doing your head.
She was forced to wear that because of slavery time. Slaves were not allowed to keep their hair fixed.
Yeah. And so here we go back again, but this time it's not about slavery this time.
Exactly.
It's about a choice, choosing not to do your hair because either one, you didn't pay to get it done and you're too lazy to do it, or two, nobody ever taught you to do it.
Exactly.
Because I remember back when I was younger, black women had high combs, curling irons, rollers, all that. And I remember my aunts going to sleep with rollers in their hair. They would roll their hair before they went to bed.
Right.
Every single night they would roll their hair, make sure that they get up in the morning and pull them rollers out, and they got them curls, and they would brush that hair and comb it, and they looked fabulous. Okay.
Fabulous.
And I want to go so far as to say this, and I want to ask you this question.
Right.
How many times has black men told black women that we want you to stop messing with your hair? Leave it alone. You don't have to get these European styles. You don't have to put the weave in. We like you just the way you are. And then we get the vitriol that comes from that, saying, mind your business.
Of course.
We don't care what you like. It's for us, not you.
Of course. Or it's my body, or I can do what I want and all this other stuff. And it's sad because, one minute you tell us you don't need us, but the next minute you're in the same breath, you want to holler out, oh, black men don't protect us.
Yeah. And so I'm getting into this about Monique because Monique has been a pioneer for excellence. I remember when she had the conversation with Steve Harvey.
Exactly.
And Steve basically told her to whore herself for Hollywood to win.
Exactly. Not just Steve, Whoopi Goldberg, a couple of them told herself. And the one thing about this sister is this sister has given so much for her community.
Yeah.
Has had her career blackballed.
Mm-hmm.
All because she wants to be treated equally. All because she wants to be treated with fair pay. That's what she told Netflix. No, you're not going to pay me pennies and dimes and all this stuff. Pay me like I've been worth. I've been in the game longer. These same guys you're paying millions of dollars to.
Yeah.
Been there longer. I deserve the same respect as them. And then the same part about it, her being a trendsetter and a trailway has opened the door for people like Tiffany Haddish and all them to get that money.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't understand why black women are being critical of a black woman that's, been out there on the front line giving of herself.
And mind you, this is a successful black woman.
Exactly.
This is not some Shaniqua hanging on the side of a club every night or hanging outside of a club every night.
Right.
This is a successful black woman who has blazed a trail, won an Oscar.
Exactly.
Even playing the most vile woman.
Exactly.
And here it is, her own sisters, the ones that look just like her, have told her we will cancel you.
Exactly.
Over her opinion. Now this wasn't her telling black women that, hey, I don't like you because. She's saying, here's a suggestion.
Exactly.
I heard her the other day when she was talking about Patti LaBelle. She said that, black people don't want nobody in their business. Okay.
Exactly.
And she told the story of she was going through some things and she was getting angry. And Patty pulled her over and said, hey, look, hold your head up high. You don't got to act like this. Don't let them see you sweat.
Exactly.
And she said, Patty got in her business. And at the moment, at first she was like, hey, look, bitch, mind your business. But then she understood that Patty's role by coming to her was to encourage her to be her best.
Exactly.
And I don't see how young black women are getting angry for asking the bare minimum
Exactly.
to be your best. So is this, and I want to ask sisters out there, is this where we're at now, to where we're attacking other women? Where does it end? Where does it end? I mean, from men having to say what they want to say or have an opinion, now Monique's gonna get attacked too because she had an opinion about a fucking bonnet.
Exactly. And then, on top of that, asking you to smile, to be presentable. Don't show an attitude.
Yeah.
Don't be the bitch or whatever else, because that means men are not men. Like you said, the marriage rate speaks for itself. 80% of black people in this country are not married.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's way down from when our parents and our grandparents were in the 60s.
And not to mention, black men are married at a higher rate than black women.
Exactly.
And they get angry when I say that. They get angry, pissed off. Maybe black women just don't want to be married. Maybe they don't want to be independent. That's bullshit. Man. I call bullshit on that.
I mean, you call it like you see it, man. And I mean, I've heard all the excuses this week from Bonnet's a part of our culture. Oh, Monique, she looking raggedy. Why she made that video? By the way, Monique was on her way to a comedy show and was in her hotel room.
Right, in her robe.
And getting her business together.
And they tried to use that against her.
Yeah, and I mean, I've heard everything too, but it's part of our culture. But, back then, even in the Bible and most religious culture, women are showed to cover up or cover their beauty or to hide their, keep their beauty on for their husbands.
Now I can see if Monique came and said, all y'all sisters going to the clubs with them skimpy ass dresses on need to stop.
Right. And she didn't even say that.
Now that's a plausible situation.
Right.
I see y'all with the tiniest dresses, no underwear on them, and you wonder why rape culture is out there.
Right.
Now, if she would have said that, they would have tried to railroad on that, right? But she didn't. It was just a freaking bonnet.
Well, I mean, they actually came at her before because when she started losing weight, they was talking about, why are you losing weight? Why are you doing this to us, Monique? Woo, woo, woo. She said, hold up. My husband came to me and said, hey, I want you to be here a long time, baby. I want you to be healthy. She said, because I started having health issues. Mm-hmm. So he said, I want you to be your best. She said, that's why I started losing weight, because my husband came to me.
Right. So, and look at there. Key word, husband. Okay. She's married, ladies. And my issue with women getting angry at Monique is this. Men have seen this go on for a while.
Yes.
Black men have seen this go on for a while.
Yes.
We don't even agree with it, but we don't say anything about it because of the simple fact the same shit that happened to Monique will happen to us.
Of course. It's happening more and more as we speak. The cancel culture is really, really getting out of hand. We're just canceling people for no reason. Just, simplest stuff. I can understand canceling people that done things, horrible and despicable things. But when you get to a point where you start just canceling people for just nothing.
Cancel culture is this. Cancel culture is canceling rules.
Yes.
Canceling authority. That's what it is. It's getting rid of anybody who has anything to say. Basically, you got women and men out here that are wanting to live a life with no rules. I can do what I want to do without any what do you call it?
Recourse or reprehensible. And I mean, it's been going on all week. They've even said, okay, well, you got rich guys out here looking like bohemians and all that stuff. They're rich.
Thank you.
Most of these people, y'all not even they class or their social gear or whatever else. These guys worth billions of dollars. They can buy islands. They can, what in the world?
Yeah, and I'm looking at it as this. How are you attacking your own people just for having an opinion? Because that's how I see it.
Yeah,
Monique had an opinion. That's it.
But it's like our culture has turned into this these days. And like one thing I would use what Kevin Samuel said. This thing is more deeper than that. Yeah. It goes even further than just a bonnet.
Shout out to Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, it's an image. It's more of an image. We do not control our image. It's sad, like I told you, that in order for us to win for big actors to win awards,
We have to play the grittiest parts.
The most grittiest, the despicable parts. Look at Halle Berry. Look at Denzel Washington. I could go on and on.
Yeah.
Like I said, for a black movie to be the best black movie, either has to be a slave movie or it has to depict a black man in a homosexual situation. And I mean that, and I mean, like, come on, wait a minute. You don't see these other movies did well, we gonna get them an Oscar. You know, they get them an Oscar for, oh, they had such a good performance. No. And I mean, that's why I said we're the only people that does not control our image. And that's the point where I was getting with the Chinese. For years, the Chinese were being, you know, mistreated only by Great Britain, but the United States of America. And the one thing China did was they only got control of their nationhood.
Mm-hmm.
They got control of their image.
Yep.
But because they used to call Chinamen weak yellow Chinamen. They used to have them pulling around with buck teeth, playing dishwasher roles, wearing pajamas, or heroin or cokeheads. And I said the sad part about it, they took a stand and those Chinese stopped doing those type of roles. They like, no, we're not going to do those roles.
Yeah. Even when Cat Williams.
Exactly.
Cat Williams said, you ain't going to put me in no fucking dress.
Exactly.
Dave Chappelle said, you're not going to put me in a dress. And it amazes me how some, not all sisters, will continue the negative stereotypes and embrace the negative stereotypes. I was actually online one day, and there's a Facebook page for these bigots,
right,
to write their memes. Right. And they had a meme of a black woman with a bonnet on, lighting a cigarette from the stove. And they had all kind of racist tropes down, talking about the crackhead is getting ready to suck a dick. The crackhead is getting ready to,
welfare queen,
all of it. Goodness. And I was like, this is how they see us.
Yeah, perpetuating racial stereotypes.
Yeah. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with women wearing the bonnet. I see nothing wrong with black women wearing the bonnet. That the issue is where you're wearing it.
Exactly.
I don't understand how women don't understand. Going to your child's school in a damn robe with your damn bonnet on is ridiculous.
Exactly. And you cannot expect those people to take you seriously, because I'm telling you, as a parent, you know, as being a parent myself, and going to these schools and stuff, they look at that. I remember when my mom used to tell me all the time, my mom had to go up to the school when my sister got into an altercation, and my mom had to tell the principal. He said, I don't know what you, he said, I'm not none of these, you know, these ghetto queens. He said, I don't live in no projects. Me and my husband got a good job and we're middle class, and you're not going to treat us like this, because they actually was trying to mess over my sister.
Man.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Image is everything.
Yes.
And that's where it goes back to. If you wonder why, when police see us, they kill black men on the dime. If you wonder why they mistreat our women, you wonder why, it's all about image, because we don't respect and, you know,
and we don't control our image.
And we don't control our image. They do.
I mean, if you look at Lee Daniels, Mona Scott, Tyler Perry.
Yes.
Tyler Perry dresses in a dress.
Yeah.
Lee Daniels has all kind of shows that are effeminate shows for women, for black men. They do not show black men in a strong light.
Of course.
Even in Tyler Perry's movie, shout out to Kevin Samuels, he said, you know, they show the dark-skinned black man as the abuser, as the mean guy. And then the light-skinned guy with the pretty eyes has to come and save him.
Exactly.
Even with Lee Daniels, the same damn thing. Mona Scott, Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta Housewives, all these negative tropes showing us in the most negative lights. And guess who's endorsing it? It ain't black men that's endorsing that.
No, it's a machine, Hollywood and multimedia machine that makes billions and millions of dollars millions off of that.
Yeah.
Seeing black women act, you know, like drama or carry themselves, or to be more than they got. And reality check, most of these people that doing their shows were being real were bankrupt.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, we're gonna go real quick through some of the comments. Okay. So just real quick, ladies and gents, I shared a post by Tiana Harris. Shout out to Tiana Harris for this post, because I love the way she worded it. If you want to see the post, go to my page. But I wanted to read some of the comments. One of the guys said, in the words of Monique, yes, baby. he's agreeing with the fact that this young lady wrote a piece on it saying that, Monique's right. Monique did not attack anybody. Monique actually built up black women. I had another young lady, and I won't mention too many names here. She said someone is in their comfortable clothes does not mean they aren't fresh and clean. I just don't pay people in public. No mind. Simple as that. If it don't concern me or disrupt my well-being, why does it matter? I don't know them folks or their work schedules or pay their bills. I don't walk in their slippers or shoes, nor wear their bonnet. If they want to wear their PJs, that's still not my business. Mind your business and move accordingly. My parents have always made it clear about being presentable, but as an adult, my mom does not scold me about my attire. Even no bra, my coochie cutters on cleavage, my lock bonnet, whatever I choose to wear out in public or come visit her in is not her concern. My mama just be glad to see me. She knows I know how to dress up or down. It's not her role anymore to chastise me for doing what the fuck I want to do. Now,
Wow.
here's the deal. The only thing I kept seeing in there is my mama.
Right.
Okay, that's the one thing I noticed.
Right.
At the end, you use it explorative. Okay?
Right.
Did I say it right, man? I
Yeah.
ain't always right.
Explicit. You're right. You're
Okay.
right. You're on it. You're on point.
So in the end, you use that to summarize your the way you felt.
Right.
It shows disrespect. It shows disrespect to the men and women who fought like hell to make sure that you could go to the schools, the colleges, the jobs you wanted, everything you wanted for equality.
Exactly.
And this is the payback. This is how you present yourself. And it doesn't matter if your mama won't say nothing about it. Your mama probably won't say nothing about it because she knows it's going to be an argument with you. Because we can already see from reading that's going to be an argument. Okay.
Confrontational.
So another young lady wrote, I was raised to be presentable at all times. No bonnets, no pajama pants, or none of it. I was told you will never know who is looking at you and how they see you will make a difference. Some may not care, which says a lot about them, but what she said shouldn't be taken out of proportion at all. It's just, hey, this is how I was raised, and I feel some things should be left at home before meeting the eyes of the public.
Well, my grandparents used to say this all the time. And, the one thing my grandparents used to tell me is our ancestors went through too much for us not to be our best.
I guarantee it.
You know what I'm saying? And like you said, my grandparents grew up in the 1900s and 30s, went through World War II, couple world wars and segregation, all that stuff. I had like I said, my granddad used to tell me about my great uncle that got hung and got lynched by a white man. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. They've been through, too many people have been too much for us not to be our best. And we're the only group of people that chooses to, wallow in negativity and not be our best.
Yeah. And I want to give a shout out to the young lady for that post that we just read, because another young lady wrote on there, period.
Yeah.
Because these two young ladies understand, and I can guarantee you they had not only their mothers in their lives, but they had men in their lives too.
Aunties too, and people, that raised them accordingly.
That raised them properly, because you have to understand that's what we think about when we send our kids out to go to school. Right. How you present yourself is how you're related to others.
Right.
You don't know who's looking at you.
True.
And you could have been just at the grocery store, whether you're at the grocery store or gas station, you could have been just there, and the person that is supposed to be doing your hiring process saw you. And now you're at the job trying to get the job, and they just write, that's that person I seen at the store. I know if they look like that, ain't no telling how they gonna come here.
Right.
So you can't say one word in one way, hey, I want to do what I want, but not understand that you're representing not only yourself, but your family and the community.
Exactly.
But hey, I know you told me you only had a little bit of time here, man. Right. So look, it's 10:36. You let me know. If you gotta go, I understand. Right. I appreciate you being here.
No doubt.
I appreciate you having this conversation. Because we got to start having these
Oh,
conversations.
no doubt. We got to start having these conversations, and we got to start, going back and have these, hard conversations in our communities.
Yeah.
You know,
If we don't, we stand to lose. I was looking at a interview with a guy on Fresh and Fit podcast. Shout out Fresh and Fit podcast.
right?
The gentleman said by 2030, 52% of women will be unmarried without children, and they will be that way for the rest of their living life. He also said that Morgan Stanley has made investments into box wine, cat toys, and PJs
Right.
because they understand that women will be single. 52% of these women will be single, and the most people that buy or that invest into things or just buy period are women.
Right.
And it's sad to say that they even know that this is the mindset of women. You can't tell me nothing, I'm not going to listen. And they know that these women are not going to get married. Over half, 52%.
Hey, I got one even for you better. They already setting up nursing homes for single women that would probably end up dying alone because they don't have nobody to look after them. All this is being set up. That's why I said it's a multi-million-dollar machine that eats on itself.
And it feeds on your misery.
It feeds on your misery, and it feeds on all that stuff. If you don't think for 1 second there's not a machine out there that's trying to keep black women and black families separated, you slowly.
And that's the craziest part. Like, I don't understand how black women don't understand that it's you separated, they're okay.
Right.
When you marry each other and you start to build together, that's the fear they have of the family unit.
Right.
Because the family unit shows their structure. They're together. And once they're structured and they're together, then guess what? They can structure laws for themselves. They can structure as a community, and they do not want community.
Exactly. That's part of a schism. A schism is part of setting a structure or setting rules or setting a balance. Yeah. That's what schism means. Okay. That's why I say you got to have order. You got to have anarchy. You got to have some system. If you don't, society crumbles.
Yeah.
Look at Rome.
Yeah.
Rome crumbled because people start believing what it is to be Rome. Rome had gotten so much into debauchery that Constantine the emperor said, I'm going to leave y'all over here and I'm moving over there to Turkey. Y'all can have it.
Yeah.
And in the end, I'm going to tell you how bad it got for Rome. Rome had sense enough to stop, you had Roman people stop volunteering for the army. So they basically had hired mercenaries and foreigners to defend Rome. And those mercenary foreigners were the same ones they conquered. That's why the Visigoths were so easily able to go in and sack Rome.
Yeah. And I just want to say this right before you go, because shout out to Miss Monique. Mama Monique, shout out to you. Auntie Monique, shout out to you. You can always come to my barbecue, okay? I love what you said. I applaud you, and I thank you for caring about our sisters, our mothers, our aunties, because we do look at how you look when you go out. And us as black men, we appreciate. And I think I could say my brother here appreciates it too.
Oh yeah. I appreciate it, man. I mean, call me old school, whatever you want to call me that.
And it's amazing how young men and young women like to say that that's old ways. Old ways is what got you what you got now. You wouldn't have had a cell phone. You wouldn't have had none of the technology you have. It's just like I tell young people all the time. You can Google everything but experience.
You sure can. And trust me, experience is the best teacher.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, brother.
Thanks so much, brother. I'm going to let you get out of here because I know you got to go, man. But hey, thank you. And we're going to get you back on here tonight. Okay. Another night, brother. All right. Okay, so guys, we're going to take a break right quick, and as soon as we come back, we're going to have some more discussions there. But thanks so much. See y'all in a minute.
Peace.
Half of that conversation. So I thought I'd get a female's perspective. So we've got Mrs. Allen on the phone here. Mrs. Allen, say what's up to all the podcasters out there.
Hi, what's going on out there?
What's up? So we had the conversation earlier with a gentleman, here in the studios, Mr. Quez, and we got to talking a little bit about it. And I wanted to get a female perspective on this particular subject. And was Monique right or was she wrong? Miss Allen, let me know what you think.
I am going to say that she was right. But there's a flip side to it.
Okay.
It's 2021. I can remember in the 90s, my grandmother did most of our raising, even though, my mother was in my life, but she did most of the raising, and she would look at you quite crazy if you come out the house looking like that. She gonna talk about it. She gonna make you feel bad enough to go in the house and fix yourself. So I agree with Monique, and I know exactly where that came from. I know exactly where
And so what would your grandmother say? I mean, what was her stance on you just going outside with a bonnet on?
I mean, you never know who you may run into. That's your first impression. You never know who is out there,
Right.
and you looking a fool. You can meet your soulmate. But if he see you with a bonnet and slippers on, and you're just looking crazy, I'm like, oh, that could have been your soulmate, girl.
Hey, look, and I agree because me and the gentleman we were sitting there having the conversation earlier, and I said, hey, even when you ask most men, I see women in the store with a bonnet on, and I'm like, she really couldn't do nothing to her head. I remember back in the day when when I was little, my aunt, my grandmothers, my mother, they put curlers in their hair, rollers in their heads. They had bobby pins. I don't even know if they make bobby pins anymore. But
they do.
Yeah, because I used to see them all the time. We used to use them as ear cleaners because we ain't had no Q-tips back then. You know how it was. But I remember smelling that grease that they would put in their head and hearing the sizzle of a hot comb going through their head. And when those women woke up, they would pull those rollers out of their heads and they would comb and brush their hair in just gorgeous styles. And when I was a kid, I was like, oh man, she's so pretty. She looks great. She looks gorgeous. But they never went outside with a bonnet on their head. And I'm not fussing at women. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, hey, you got to understand there's repercussions to everything you do.
Right. You're right. You're absolutely correct. And I mean, and when Monique delivered that, she delivered it with love.
Yes.
She wasn't, attacking anyone.
Yes.
She wasn't doing that, But I think we've all, and I'll say all very lightly because I can't speak for everyone. I think we've all kind of ran to a corner store or something with, maybe a scarf or something on. But no, you're not supposed to do it. Grandmothers that raise their kids right, no. We're not allowed.
I totally agree.
We're not allowed.
So let me ask you this question. Do you understand where men are coming from when we say it's not attractive to us?
Yes, I do.
Because I had a lot of young ladies get on my tail about me posting on Facebook about my feelings, my personal opinion. Like I tell everybody, it's just an opinion. Everybody got one, okay?
Yeah,
it's not a fact. But for me, it's not attractive to me. Even if you were the finest chick when you're made up, when you're dolled up, if I saw you in the store like that, that tells me first thing I'm gonna think is this person really doesn't care about how she goes out to the store. And if I was with her, she would probably do that with me. Right. And I'd be embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
And you think about if say for instance, I made the comment that say for instance, you're going for a job interview, right? And the interviewer that you don't know is actually in the same line with you. And they see you with this bonnet on. And regardless, they discriminate against you based off of what they saw of you in the store. Now, you have no clue that your interviewer was just in the store with you.
Right.
and you don't get the job, and you wondering, man, why didn't I get that job? I qualified.
Yeah, but it was that small thing. And again, that goes right along with it. You never know who you're going to see out there. So you're supposed to put your best foot forward and always try to look your best.
So let me ask you this question, Miss Allen. Do you think that men should have an opinion on this?
I think they should have a preference. I think that the ones that do it weed out the ones. If you're not for it, that weeds that group of ladies out your way.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. But
I mean, because you
hey,
can't change the
you
world,
you tiptoed on that one. I'm just going. She tiptoed around there and just. But I wanted to know that because a lot of young ladies will say, "Well, you men have no business having an opinion on what goes on our heads."
Well, I don't think like that. I think men should have opinions. Like I said, I don't think men are just tools. Work when you want them to work. So
Yeah,
they should have opinions. Yes, they should.
why? Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you for at least being one of the ladies that allow us men to have an opinion,
of
because
course.
Lord knows if we have an opinion, it's a problem. The reason I was asking that question is because with me and my last guest, we were having the conversation. I was saying that men tell sisters all the time, "Yo, we don't like the weave. We don't care for it. We don't like the European standard look. We want you with your real hair. We don't mind it. We know that's who you are, not this Barbie doll look."
Hmm.
And the biggest thing, the answer that we get back and pushback from most ladies is, "We're not doing it for you. We're doing it for us." And so I want to ask, is that totally true?
Um. Okay. Well, my current boyfriend,
Hmm.
encouraged me. This is like my third time going natural. I've had hair issues mainly because of weave and bad chemical treatments. Um, he encouraged me to go natural.
Okay.
Um, I was a little timid. I tiptoed around it for a minute because I was like, oh my God, when he met me, I had weave. So, and I got weave now. So, why would he want me to cut my hair? He wants me to cut my hair. He wants me to sit in a barber chair and get my hair cut.
I know that had to be scary. It's like, hold on, I ain't gonna look like no cancer patient,
Right. So, with his encouragement, and I mean, the way this man looked at me, I've never seen a man or had a significant or other that would look at my brand new weave and say, "Oh my God, it's so beautiful." He know he can't rub his hands through it, so that's not gonna happen.
right?
But baby, that man took his hand and rubbed his hand through my hair. Oh my God, that was the best feeling ever.
And you were
It was
saying he was rubbing his hand through your new cut.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, through
got
my
you,
hair.
got you.
Right. When I first got the haircut, he asked me to come in and he shampooed and conditioned my hair. Oh my God, ladies, you don't know what it feels like unless you've had your man shampoo and condition your hair. That is like
Mm.
that is the that is intimate times infinity.
I was gonna say that that's a form of intimacy.
Right. And I mean, when I get a fresh cut, he looks at it, he was like, "Oh my God, you're just so beautiful," you know. And
And
I'm
so,
like,
so you're
"Man."
actually proving my point
Right,
with
right.
men of us
I didn't
saying,
believe it at first. I did not believe it at first. Oh no. Because a part of us do it because we think that's what you want, you know.
and it's
Uh
not. It is totally not. And
mhm.
I'll go so far as to say this: when a man accepts you, or when I accept, I'll speak for myself. I won't speak for every other guy, but when I accept a woman, I know her flaws. I know her insecurities. And I'm very mindful of those. So when I
Mhm.
accept a woman, I want her to feel her best. And if I see that she's got to wear weave all the time and it's costly and she really doesn't have the money to pay for that, I would rather her wear her own hair and me be supportive of her wearing her own hair because I'm gonna love her regardless. I gotta wake up every morning and see you like that without it before
Right.
you get it in with stank breath, crust in the eyes, and all. Okay, so i- if it's more manageable for you to cut it and start over, I'm down with it because you my woman. You ain't got to prove nothing to nobody else. You mine. It's
Right.
just us in this now. You ain't gotta be a Barbie doll for everybody else in the world. You my Barbie doll, and I want my Barbie doll to have her real hair because I
Mhm.
got my real hair. You know, it may be a little George Jefferson right now, but you know what I'm saying? It's mine. And
Right.
so what we look at your when I'm in a relationship, I look at building my woman's self-esteem up because
Mhm.
it's too many times that I've met women that I've dated whose self-esteem was low. I mean, even some of the prettiest women out there that are by beauty standards that are garnered pretty, they have low self-esteem issues.
Yeah.
And you would think, oh, she couldn't have any at all. Me as a guy, I'm thinking like she knows she's fine, right? And then when you get to know them intimately, you start to see these little cracks in their esteem. And so I wanted to say, ladies, men do not care about that hair. You're wasting your money and wasting your time. Wear your
Yeah.
own hair. Now, you don't have to listen to me because I'm just a regular old guy. But if anything, take for heart what Miss Allen just said about her boyfriend and how he encouraged her to wear her own hair. Even so, and that goes to the bonnet situation. So now with your new haircut, does he love you any less?
No, I don't think he does. And it allows me to see myself better. Like you said, you meet some females that their self-esteem isn't where you would expect it to be because of their outer appearance.
Okay.
We typically, for some odd reason, have the lower of confidence on a scale, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's proven. It helped my self-esteem. It actually did because you just don't know the pain of going to the hair store on a budget, trying to find some weave.
And find something that actually match and look
Right.
good.
On the budget. On the budget.
Look, I've been dragged to the stores a couple of times, and I'm like, I don't want to be here, Jesus. I really don't want to be here. This
Yeah.
is bullshit. Can I get
Right.
out of here? Because y'all will spend 30, 40 minutes in the store looking
Mhm.
for what's the black one? Y'all, you know the numbers.
Oh,
Shit.
B1
Yeah, B1. You know what I'm saying?
or 1B.
1B, all these different numbers. And all I'm sitting there like, God damn it, just wear your own damn hair.
Right, right.
Nobody
So
cares.
I've been natural for a year, and
I saw your picture. By the way, it looks really good on you.
thank you. And just last week, I will be honest, I put some extensions in my hair, and I'm not gonna lie. For the first couple of days, I was like, "Ooh, I got hair," and it was like the next couple of days, I'm like, "I can't wait to get this shit out my head. I want another haircut." The haircut, it just
It's
the
free.
way it's free. You don't have to cover your head when it's raining outside. I mean, it's just so
It's
many
it's
things.
yours. It's yours. It comes out of your scalp. You know,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I'm just so glad that you're sharing that because
Mhm.
it's so many other sisters out there that really would like to wear their real hair, but they are scared to come out in that area and
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
confident as a sister and say, you know what, this is who I am. This is me. Accept it or leave it.
But everybody wears weaves, so it's the trending thing. And you just, I guess, some people are afraid to be themselves, to be different. Dare to be different.
Look on
They're afraid
Facebook,
to be different.
Instagram. You see that all the time. You got Instagram model. Everybody wants to be a model.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be a stripper now. Nobody want to be themselves. Everybody's got a filter. And I'm looking at ladies like, yo, all this fake stuff, cut it out. Us guys want some real ladies. You want men to be real men. We want women to be real women, feminine, nice, and approachable.
And
And
free, baggage free.
yes, yes,
Just
yes, yes. Don't push on me your insecurities when I tell you that I like your real hair and get mad and cuss me out because I'm just telling you, hey, this is what I like. I know who you are as a person, and I think you should accept yourself.
yes, yes. And it was like I said, it was tough at first. It took some encouraging, but we got there. I fell in love with my natural hair. Like I said, a week ago, I put these extensions in. I'm ready to take them out. Ready to get another haircut.
She's like, get this because I seen it. I remember when I was a kid, and this is a side note. I remember when I was a kid, I used to be at my mom's house. My mom had 6 boys, right?
Uh huh.
And my mother used to pick the one who scratched her head the most to go and part her hair, scratch it, and oil it. And
Mm-hmm.
man, I will tell you, I hated that job. And I happened to be the best one at it. And I didn't know it. And I hated it. My mom would be like, Derek, come on downstairs. Come on. I need you to come scratch my scalp. And I'd be like, yeah, why I gotta go? You the only
So
one to do it right.
is that something that you would do for your significant other
Hell yeah.
without them
Why not?
asking?
Because it's the same thing as her giving me a massage.
Right.
I've noticed even when I was married, I do, and I'd watch my ex-wife when we were married. She'd go to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Good, that'll get her to stop talking."
Hey, we got some trips for y'all too now. But no, like seriously, that's very intimate. It's very intimate. And for the women who we've worn the weaves, the braids, men can't get to that. Men can't reach you. Men are afraid. They just look at it and go on because they don't know whether they can touch you that string. They don't know if they can pull it.
At
They
all.
just don't know.
The
So
sister's quick to snap. Boy, don't pull on my hand unless you're ready to buy it. And I'm like, I ain't buying that. I ain't got no $300 to blow on no horse head or no Chinese people hair or no Mexican hair. I ain't got it. I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, I too would even if I was in a relationship and my woman needed her hair oiled or scratched, that's something I don't mind doing because it gives us time to spend time with each other, and it also
Mhm.
lets her know my level of care,
Right.
and so that she can see that hey, this is my true best friend. This is somebody I can depend on. I no longer have to wait to go to the hair salon to get my scalp oiled. I can just ask my man. And that's the same thing when I tell ladies about giving back and appreciating the men you have in your life. Showing him the same attention, going out
Right.
and making sure that, hey, babe, do you need your feet rubbed? Do you need to be massaged? I heard some young ladies the other day on a podcast. She was saying, I ain't touching no man's feet. That ain't my business to touch his feet. He can touch his own damn feet. And I was like, really? So you don't want to keep a man?
Right.
And
That's why I'm laughing. Like, really?
that brought me back to a story that was in the Bible where the young lady used her hair to wash Jesus's feet
Hmm.
with the oil and myrrh. And the humility that it took for that young lady to do that
Right.
said a lot. And so I would beg to differ to tell women that type of that humility, that type of femininity is what really attracts men to you.
Hmm. Hmm.
That selflessness. And nowadays you have a bunch of young ladies that get into relationships and like, what's in it for me?
Yeah.
And don't
And
give a
that's all it
damn,
is.
huh?
Yeah. Because a lot of them just feel like you hanging on their arm and you sexing them up whenever you feel like it is enough. And a
Yeah.
meal is enough.
I saw a post today that said, um, you get more sex when you're single, and when you get married, you get less.
Hmm.
And one guy said it's because they get into the marriage and get comfortable and think they don't have to work anymore.
Shoot, I got news for my husband. He gonna be mad. He gonna be running from me. Cause mm-mm. Come on in this bedroom, boy.
Hey, like Ray Charles, come on, get some of this blackberry cobbler. Ray, come on. What Ray do? Ray took a cup of water and poured it on his back. Oh, god damn, woman. So I think ladies should keep that spice going. Even I had a young lady tell me that she was mad because her husband's not romantic enough, and I was like, "Well, was he romantic when you met him?" And she was like, "No." I was like, "Well, you got to be romantic. Maybe you can encourage him by being the romance you want to see." And so she told me that he complained because he said, "I feel like if I never approached you to have sex, we would never have sex." And she
Mm,
felt offended. And so I told her, I was like, "No, he's really telling you that you need to spice it up in the bedroom. You need to be a
yeah.
little bit more aggressive." I'll say that too, because I think a lot of young ladies, even in the bedroom, tend to think that it's supposed to be us guys that are supposed to be aggressive all the time. And sometimes we don't want to be aggressive. Sometimes I want you to pull my drawers down and be like, "Hey, let me suck it." I'm just saying.
You're right. You're right. But some of you guys got to give women the room. Some of you guys don't give us wiggle room to do it because some of us we don't
Explain
just
wiggle
jump
room.
straight in. We don't jump straight in the pool. Sometimes we want to just let
Be
our feet.
coerced. Be coerced. I thought the 50 times beforehand we coerced you.
We like to take it slow.
I mean, so explain wiggle room because I'm trying to figure out what wiggle room we talking about.
Wiggle room because me personally, in my relationship, I don't get a chance to be the
The aggressor.
initiator. The
Okay.
initiator. No, not the initiator. I don't get a chance.
Okay.
Sometimes I think he thinks about it and then he allows it, but I don't have any wiggle room because every time you touch me, you're ready. So it's like, when do I get a chance to initiate?
Let's say when he comes out of the room and he's watching TV and watching football.
Nah, you know what they're gonna do. Gonna lay on that side, toot the butt up on him, and hope he make a move.
Yeah.
That was a bat symbol.
Yeah. But I'm
But
saying you can
sometimes
initiate.
we don't want sex though. Sometimes we just really want to be cuddled. You guys do not know how to
Yeah,
cuddle.
don't work
No,
that way.
we're not cuddlers at all
Sorry.
because it gets hot.
And so that's why a lot of females out here cuddling with their girls.
Huh? Now,
Huh?
and see, that's where that poly life come from. You poly with your girl, bro. Hey,
On
tell
the
you
next
what.
episode,
Look, we was gonna
But
have
no,
that conversation, but
yeah, but you guys do not know how to cuddle. Sometimes we just really want to be held. And you'll hold us for a good 30 seconds
and
flat,
then choke your
and that's
ass.
about it.
what do you say, Sean?
And then choke your ass.
That's cuddling, choking.
Yeah.
That's rough. That's rough play right there. I'd say I cuddle, but I get hot really easy. And so I'm like, yo, hold on, give me 50 feet. Because y'all cuddling requires hair to be in our face. And y'all don't realize that hair makes our side of our face itch. It get in our eyes, in our mouth, and we'd be like, yo, can you move your head a little bit? And pretty soon we just kind of get up and go to the bathroom abruptly and go get a drink and then sit somewhere else. So we ain't got to color no more.
That is wrong.
It's not, man. Come on, man. Look, y'all get cold real easy. And I understand why y'all want to cuddle, because y'all got low iron. And us
Mhm.
guys, we ain't got no low iron. We got
I don't
plenty
know
of it.
about that low iron because we in the age group, and I'm pretty sure you're not too far from me. A lot of us women are going through menopausal symptoms. So we don't be just cold. We hot and cold. Hot and cold, cold and
Yeah,
hot.
when y'all hot, y'all stay away then. Y'all don't want to talk to us then. Y'all hit that section. Y'all get on. Go on now. Just leave me alone now. And then we be sitting there like, what the fuck wrong with her? Why she acting all that different? And she wasn't acting like that this morning. And,
Yeah,
and
I did that. I did that. I got up, got a pillow, and went on the couch. And he's like, What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I just need to sit up for a minute. Leave me alone." So he was confused. He don't know if he didn't got caught doing something he did or did do or what.
so did you actually explain to him why you
Yeah,
got up and why you didn't want to be bothered?
yeah, I did.
Because I'll say this too. Some ladies, they will not tell us what's wrong. They'll just have a stank attitude, and we sit there trying to think, what I do wrong? Did I take out the trash? Did I cut the yard? Uh, let's see. And we're clueless, and we're
Yeah,
wondering what's wrong with you, and you're not telling us. You just saying, I don't feel right. Okay, that's very vague. Can you be a little bit more specific so I can try to help? And I think that's our problem too, is we try to help when y'all don't really need the help. Just need to
yeah. A
be
lot
left
of times
alone.
a lot of times we just don't want to say what's wrong. I don't know why. I can't speak for every woman, but I do it too. I'm guilty.
So you
But
don't
I'm
know
working on it.
why you don't want to say what's wrong?
We don't know whether we want to tell you the truth because sometimes the way our delivery can be wrong. So in
So
our minds, we don't know if we should say it now or later. Should we revamp it, like revise it? What should we do? I just want to be mad right now. Leave me alone.
okay, so I no, in real talk, because men are logical and we don't have carry the same feelings that y'all carry. Um, we want to know up front so that we know what to do with. Okay, she mad right now. Let me leave. But then we leave you on the phone with, oh, so you just gonna leave me like that? That's how it is, huh? I'm like, Negro, you just told me you don't want to be bothered, so I'm gonna hang out with my boys.
Well, we wanted you to go in the living room and watch ESPN. We didn't say
No,
that.
no, you can't have it both ways. You don't want to talk to us, then you want us to sit in the corner and wait for you to finish not wanting to talk to us. Are you serious?
Yes.
See, that's the bullshit, man. And this is why we get into arguments. This is why men feel like we're stuck in the corner. Like, man, we trapped either way. We wrong either way. Nothing we do is right.
Yeah.
But hey, I understand. But back to the bond issue. I personally think that Monique did a
Yeah.
service to
She
sisters by
did.
telling them that.
Mhm.
I don't think she
And
was.
she shook us.
Yeah,
She shook us. She gave us something to think about, you know.
yeah.
But they're making lounge wear to where you can wear it outside. So it's kind of like a double standard nowadays. What so
And that goes back what I was telling Quez earlier in the show, Marquez, that Morgan Stanley is now banking on single women being single for the rest of their lives by
oh
2030. They came up with a study and found out that 52% of women will be by themselves, never to have any children, and by themselves for life and never to marry by
wow, that's
2030.
good.
So they're setting their prospects up or their investments into box wine, cat toys, etc. For single women to be by themselves. And
Oh
I'm like,
wow.
ladies, is this really what y'all want? Just saying.
Wow.
And I guess they investing into bonnets too now.
And
Yeah.
you got to cover those beautiful European tresses up now.
Hey, I just tell sisters we like the cocoa butter. We like smelling that oil that y'all had in y'all hair when y'all press it. We like
Mm.
that. It smells divine. Now you want us to sit up on you? Don't put the weave in your head. That shit itches. I'm just saying. Don't take the weave out. Go sit that motherfucker. Go sit. What? Hey, what was the Adams family? The little hair piece that run around on the Adams family.
Was it
It.
it or something like
I think it
that?
was it. Hold on. Let me see if Sean can pull up the Adams family.
Easter
Um,
basket grass.
the guy. Let's see if we got a picture of him. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, that's what it was, cousin. It.
Cousin It. Yes.
Yeah,
Cousin
yeah.
It. That was his name, Cousin It. So, man, we would like y'all to take Cousin It and set its ass to the side when you come cuddling. Okay? We like smelling your natural cocoa butter skin with your real hair. Because even if your hair's short, it ain't in my mouth.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love shampooing my hair every 2 days. That's what I love.
It's
It
yours.
just did something for me.
And not only that, it's healthy. Because
Yeah.
I want to ask also, what are you telling your kids? What are you telling your little girls to hate themselves early? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? To tell them that their hair is not good enough.
Not good enough. Exactly.
You see what I'm
Well,
saying?
my daughter has never worn weave. She wore it one time, and that's because I was experimenting, and they fell out on her at school. So I think I scalded her. She'll never wear weave again.
But this is the deal. Our daughters, there it is. Do you see him on the screen right now? He brought him up. That is exactly what.
All hair, don't care.
I don't know. I don't know if you can see the screen right now on the live. I don't know if you're looking, Miss Allen.
It might be a slight
That
delay on her
was.
end.
I don't know what happened. I got off.
But Cousin It is on screen right now, and he says, "All hair, don't care." So I mean, yes, put Cousin It to the side. Brothers do not care about weave, and I think we're gonna do a show on that too, because I really want sisters to understand that we love you just the way you are. We love everything about you.
And not like this.
Right. And here's a new screenshot for you. This right here is unacceptable to us. I don't know if you can see that, Mrs. Allen.
I can't. I don't see anybody.
Are you on the line?
I may be on the wrong one. Hold on.
Okay.
Because I got two phones right here.
Uh-oh, she got two
Diller.
phones. He said Diller. Like, let me call up my plate. All right, so yeah, he's got this picture up right here.
Okay.
But the bonnet picture. But I'm asking sisters, do you even think that this looks appealing to us? Because
I mean, it doesn't come out of our follicle. It's not our hair. So
no,
I mean,
I'm referring to the
looks
bonnet picture that we got up
good.
right now.
You talking about the Cousin It? I don't see the bonnet. Okay, now. Oh no, that don't. That ain't.
But I'm telling you something. This is what we see. Men see most of the time when we go to the store. That exact look. No makeup.
The old brown one too.
Yeah, the one that's got more grease in it than a little bit. It ain't never been washed. It looked like it ain't washed. It got stains on it from your 3-year-old. Yes, we clown here. We clown here. But yeah, Miss Allen, that's all I'm saying is we see that, and the first thing we like, why she look like 12 years a slave?
Right. She don't even look like she's brushed her teeth. So
No.
I mean,
but now, just what you just said, that's the exact picture or things or thoughts that run through men's head. I don't care what women say, men think of those things. And women, a lot of women try to get angry at us for saying, or me for saying this, but I'm just telling you what appearance looks like for us, because men are visual creatures. We tend to look at what you look like immediately when we meet you. And so if I'm meeting you in if I'm looking at your face in Walmart or Dollar General store or wherever, then I'm sitting there like, she's got a pretty face, but I don't know what's under her head. I'm scared. Because you got a bonnet on. And
right.
I don't know what you got on there, but I know that it ain't long.
And you don't want nobody to see it, so it's got to be tore up.
Yeah, and that's the first thing that we think. Because we be looking at your edges too. Just, she ain't got no edges. She ain't got no baby hairs. None of that. So we instantly know that, okay, she can dress herself up to look cute. But if I get her in the bedroom and she take all that off, it's going to be a whole nother person under them. And I don't want the other person. I want what I thought I wanted
Right.
because we're
Well,
visual creatures.
right, right. Well, I know I'm gonna have this took out my head before my boo get back in town.
I
Ooh,
know that's real. You gonna
I'm
have that
taking
nice
it
little
down.
shortcut, put your little robe on and everything,
Hmm.
cut your candles on, and put that beer like turn off. No, Teddy Pendergrass. Turn off the lights. Let's get
Right,
cozy. And
right.
I'm just gonna say he's gonna appreciate that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because men, we get mad when we can't grab your head.
yeah.
I'm just
And now I
saying.
feel a certain type of way when I can't get it great. Like that feels good. Oh my
Yeah. We especially at the base of your head,
God.
that's where we
Ba-
start. At the base.
Baby, massage my head, please.
See, you can't massage no head with 1,000 tracks in it,
No, you can't. You
glue.
can't. Yeah.
And this the deal is that men don't like it because we realize it, and I don't think most women understand that we're not stupid. We realize that's what's tearing your hair out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like the crazy girl that went and put the gorilla glue in her head,
Oh, I don't even.
trying to
That was
slick it
just
down,
hard.
and now she had to
Yeah.
get that shit surgically removed out of her head.
Yeah.
And
She sure
then
did.
men are just looking at situations like these with and they're micro situations because this is not all black women. So I don't want everybody to be on my tail talking about you talking about all black women. No, there are micro situations, but that shows you the demeanor in which men come across to certain women in public. And they get
Mm-hmm.
mad. You got to respect this. Well, you got to give us something to respect.
You're right. You're right.
Okay, coming out there looking like ancient mama and telling about some, I know I look good. You are delusional. But hey, look, that ain't for me to say. And I'm glad you came on and you let us know your opinion because, like I said, I wanted a female opinion. I did not want to assert my entire opinion up on this subject. I wanted to hear it from the horse's mouth, as they say.
Mhm.
So I
Well,
appreciate you.
thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you asked me to come on
Hey,
tonight.
and we'll have many more shows where we're gonna ask you to come on, and we're hoping that things work out.
Uh, Indeed. Indeed.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get ready to get out of here. Thank you, Miss Allen, for coming on the show and having a little fun with us and having this conversation. Hopefully, we can get you back on the show in person this time.
In person.
I'm
Yes.
holding you to it now. I'm holding you
Okay.
to it. Now, if I gotta come to your house and hold up picket signs and and a radio, your husband gonna get mad. Like, who
Well,
this
I'm not
Negro out here?
married. I have a boyfriend.
Wait,
Anyway.
well, if he your boyfriend and he like you way your hair look like right now, I think he gonna plan to marry. So I'm gonna call him your husband anyway.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well,
And,
thank you
and
for
I'm and I'm
saying
hoping that's
that.
his plan. But thank you for coming on, and we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, and we will see you soon. And with that being said, hey guys, thank you for coming on Black Knights Podcast. We're gonna go ahead and end this segment here. And Mrs. Allen, we'll holler at you later. All right, guys. Hey, look, guys. If you see some of the shows, you like the content. Hey, guys, we want to get some of y'all to come on the show, especially you ladies. Ladies, if you have a disagreement with anything you see on the show, we really want you to come on the show and have that conversation. We don't want you to be disrespectful because we'll kick you out. But other than that, we want you to come on the show and have a conversation if you agree or if you disagree. But we want to start having these conversations so that you can't say that my opinion is just my opinion. I want you to be able to have your opinion so you can have a little feedback, a little fight, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with having a little confrontation as long as it's respectful between the two. With that being said, hey, look, God love you and God bless you. Be good.